Okay. Just wanted to go over some reminders this morning about, what we do at month end on the last day of the month and how we prepare to get ready for the upcoming month. So just a few reminders. Make sure that you have 2 customers on auto ship. If you're wanting to get those free credits, the average of your 2 orders on the 2nd of February, make sure that you have your 2 customers in place. You can go to, we got some unmuters. There we go. You can go to your cloud office and go to your customers and see who has shipped out this month on auto ship. So you make sure that you have your 2 in place. The other thing I like to check, because I have a lot of customers and I like to make sure that my customers are thriving for free. If that's a goal that they've had, I go in and check in on them too, because that's part of our customer service, right? Is getting in and checking on them and making sure they have their 2 customers so that they can thrive for free this month. Make sure that there's no hiccups there. Also, let's see. Making sure you have your volume in. I would say this is like the most ignorant thing if you miss it, but I just had somebody who's been in this business with me for a number of years, a couple of months ago, not get a paycheck the first paycheck of the month because they didn't have $100 in personal volume. And that personal volume can come from credits. It can come from a customer. It's super easy to stay qualified and active in our business, but you do need to check on that and make sure that you don't miss that, because that's a big deal. If you are a 12K and you are an auto bonus earner, make sure that you have all of your qualifications in place for that auto bonus so that you don't miss out on your auto bonus for this following month too. We've had that happen plenty of times to people. So make sure that you have your 4 qualified and active legs there, your promoters there, I mean. And the last but not least, and I'm going to do a training on the waiting room and get it recorded. We had one and it's somehow got deleted or moved in our, system. So it's just not there anymore. And I want to have it on our YouTube channel so that it never goes away. So I need to redo a training on the waiting room, but just really quick, if you go into your cloud office and you go under my team and you go to waiting room, this is where you'll see if you have anybody sitting in your waiting room. And this is how we move and stack people. You get one time in their first 60 days to move and stack and create teams with your recruiting. This is so crazy. I just went in here and looked and I have a brand promoter that I didn't even know that I signed up. So that's cool. I will have to go and find out who that is. I knew I had 2 sitting in my waiting room, but the other person, I don't even know who that is in there. There's no volume there, but maybe they want to promote. Okay. So another good reason to check your waiting room. You might find somebody in there. I had a customer enroll to me overnight last night that I have no idea who it is. So I sent an email out to her first thing this morning. So I titled the Zoom today, like treat your business like a business, guys, because this is, you have to decide really what you want out of this business. That's why when I get on Monday mornings, I have this like love-hate relationship with doing Monday mornings with everybody, because I love Mondays. It's back to business for me, because over the weekends, it's nice. We have promos, we have stuff going on, but it's not as businessy as, Monday through Friday for people's mindset. For me, I work 7 days a week because I love what I do, and I'm building for a future that most people will never get a chance to experience. And that's just me. But I have this love-hate relationship with Monday mornings, because when I hop on here, I want the sun, the moon, and the stars for everyone on this team. And then I'm like, there's only 19 of you that want that. There's only 19 of you that want to. Now there's 23. We've got a few more. There's only 23 of you that want that. Because I swear in my inbox, over the course of the next 30 days, I'm going to hear from a lot more than 23 people that say they want it. So that's why I always say when I get on in the mornings, I'm like, I want to keep this positive and I want to talk to the people who are on here, but I also want you guys to do some really good thinking about leadership skills and how you're leading your team. You're showing up. We need to do our best to get our teams on these Zooms so that we can help them too. So just a little side note on that. Sorry, my phone is blowing up this morning and I do not understand what is going on. Maybe it's because it's month end. So back to regularly scheduled program of it's month end and treating your business like a business. So those of you who showed up here on Monday morning, obviously treat your business like a business. Now make this a habit, make this something that you do every Monday, every Wednesday. We have the accountability Zoom tonight. That is one that I do not push or cram down anybody's throat. I only want people on there that want to be held accountable and are looking for something bigger, badder, better. If you don't show up on Monday nights, I know exactly where you stand and I don't really care if you're there or not. That's my tough love. And that is in no way, shape, or form saying you better show up. I want you only to show up if this is something massive that you want to run for, because we're really running. I believe that February is going to be a massive month. I believe we're going to have some new products launched. We have a lifestyle getaway at the end of the month. I believe the company pulled the 80 and 200Ks. We're not allowed to share the information, but they pulled the 80 and 200Ks over the weekend for a private meeting tomorrow night. So I'll just give you a heads up that something's happening. We don't know what, and hopefully we'll know a little bit more about our next 3-4 months after our meeting tomorrow night. I'm pretty excited about that. Usually when they pull us aside, there's a reason for it. Hopefully it's not just for a lecture. Just kidding. So I want to know if you're treating your business like a business. So I'm going to ask a few questions this morning. I would love if you would throw in the chat. Just remember, month end is fun. Month end is scary sometimes because maybe you didn't put in the amount of effort you really needed to over the course of the month. And now you're going to try to play catch up, which is not necessarily how we want to run our business. So think about that too, as you're going through the day today. If you are trying to, I feel like we have somebody unmuted. Okay. If you are trying to re-rank at your same current rank that you've been at for the last 9 months, we should probably have a talk. But if you're trying to re-rank just so that you can maintain maybe an auto bonus or whatever it is, and you're a bit far away from that today, and you need to spend some time really hustling, I want you to really reflect on how that feels. I want you to really reflect on how that feels, and do not operate your February like that. February is a shorter month anyways. Don't count on the fact that there's going to be some product launches and maybe some different types of promos. Don't count on that. You have to do your due diligence ahead of time. You have to plan out your month. And so while the last day of the month is always like this like catch-22 for me, like I want everybody to concentrate on filling their, buckets so that the end of the month closes out the way that you want to. You run all the way until midnight tonight. There is no like, oh, I'll just wait till tomorrow because it's the first and I'll restart. Nope, that is not how winners operate. If you have that kind of mindset, you've already lost. I loved Chris. I put it in our chat this morning. Chris's post he made on Facebook. It was, you can't talk defeat and expect to have victory. So I loved that because it's the last day of the month. So I know Chris probably is at work and not on here. He's not able to, but I shared it in our chat because I thought it was like very simply put. You give up on the last day of the month and don't keep trying to put as many orders in as humanly possible because you figure, well, I'll just do it next month. Well, tomorrow's just the first. I'll wait and add it to next month's pile. You're already talking defeat for January. So what do you think? Why would you think your February is going to turn out any different? You've already talked yourself into defeat for January. Winners and successful people don't give in to defeat. So we have the rest of the day today to crush this month and end it out strong. Now, here's the catch-22. Here's the other side of the coin that I was talking about. I want you to start preparing for February so that when we open up for business tomorrow morning, it is game on. You have a plan, you know exactly what you need to get done. I love when the beginning of the month also falls on the beginning of a week-ish, because it's like everybody's ready to run. Everybody's generally ready to run on Monday mornings, except for they're still getting wakey. And at the beginning of the month, everybody is ready to crush their goals. but do you have those mapped out? So I want you to, decide a couple of things. I want you to get a calendar out. I don't care if it's written or you do digital or you just grab a piece of paper and you kind of write out your plan for the next 30 days. I want you to have a plan. So a lot of us go at this without like a actual concerted effort, mapped out plan. We're just like, oh, I'm doing this little side hustle. I'll sell some products. I got some samples going out. I'll get those on a list where I'll follow up. I know that I'll say probably about 75 to 80% of our team is operating in that capacity. That is not treating your business like a business. So if you don't have, I would say start off with a paper calendar if you're not calendaring anything, because digital is a little bit harder to like visually see everything. Like I have my Google Calendar that keeps all my appointments and stuff like that. But I have, if you could see I have one of those desk calendars that sits as my like scratch pad almost, but it's also my calendar for the month. So I can literally see what my month entails on my desk every day when I sit down here. I don't care if you do that or you get a paper calendar that you carry around with you, but unless you can see your whole month at a glance and know what you have going on so you can plot things around it, you're not treating your business like a business. And how are you mapping out your entire month? So, oh, my friend went behind the screen because I think she's taking her kid to school for the first day. Let's all wish Zane a happy first day of school. Happy first day of school, Zane. We love you. Have a blast.
Thank you.
Hey, Zane, have a good day at school. We all want to tell you.
Bye. I'm gonna cry.
Have a blast. I want to hear all about it. Okay. So I know as part of Sydney's plan, she was getting Zane enrolled in school so that her February can be absolutely incredible, because she's going to get 3 hours a day now, every day, Monday through Friday, where she can just work her business and then be mom after. So do things like that in your life to create space so that you have more time to work on your business. If that's we talked a lot about at the mastermind, and this is part of treating your business like a business, carving out that time and sitting down and having a talk with your family and saying, here's what I'm going after for February. And maybe you have to do this once a month, you guys. I say, like, if you're going to go on like a 90-day run or a 6-month run because you want to get to that next rank, or you want to have a bigger paycheck, or you want to hit a goal, whatever, you might need to sit down with your family at the beginning of every month and say, here's my calendar for the month, guys. I have this event on this day. I have SEAL training on the 6th. Speaking of, here's my shameless plug on SEAL training. I only want you guys there if you want to be there. There is only 4 tickets left. So if you haven't gotten a ticket yet, or there's someone on your team that hasn't gotten a ticket yet that you really want there, you best get in touch with them, because there is only 4 left. We're maxing that out at 50 people. So if you want to be there, if you want someone on your team there, you best get in there and get one of those last 4 tickets. Okay. So that's my shameless plug on that. Again, treat your business like a business. Show up to the things that you need to show up to so that you can have you can have a business that's actually paying you like a business, not a hobby. I think I saw Kristen Scott say in the comments, like, a lot of times, guys, these Zooms, these meetings are not for hobbyists. I love that you would still join them, of course, because you can, find some things that will help you grow your hobby and your hobby. And that's not in any way, shape, or form a dig. There's a lot of people who get started on this journey with us just because they want to make an extra $100 a week here and there. And it's not like their end all be all. It's not their massive plan. That's okay. I'll take hundreds of those people. Why? Because it's still volume, and I'm still helping impact somebody's life. They're getting their product for free. They're working towards having a little bit of extra grocery money or gas money or kids' sports money. I'm good with that. But when I do these Zooms and I'm talking to you, it's it's no offense. It's not social hour. It's training, growing, leading. Yes, I'm doing it for the people who want big, bad, large goals. So I never want somebody to get on here and be offended, like, well, I'm not here for all of that. I'm not talking to you then. Just let's be clear. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who really want this. So a few things I've already covered. I want to make sure that you go through that checklist of the things that you need to make sure for month end. Okay. Let's keep running. There is a promo going on today. The $25 in credits is still going. Also, I saw some new promoters come on yesterday. Make sure they get their first order in for their first new customer or new promoter underneath them by the end of today, because they're going to get that 50% match commission on that. So Katie, I know you brought a new promoter on today. Make sure she gets her first customer or her first promoter on today, because she gets to participate in that promo that's going on. Okay. So those are the things I want you guys to always be on top of when you have a business and you're operating a business. I will do my best. Sydney will do her best. We'll do our best in the chat to make sure that you remember all of those things. But those are the things that you have to start equipping yourself to say, all right, I have a team. I need to make sure they know these things. I don't want anybody losing out. Which reminds me, I have a new promoter that hasn't gotten her first order in yet. And before the end of today, I want her to do that so that she can capitalize on that. So we need to remember those things for our team too. I know I'm squirreling a little bit all over the place, but it's because it's month end and I want to talk to you about month beginning, which is all encompassing, like leading your business like it's a business. But this is the last day for the $25 credit promo too. So just as a reminder, I knew yesterday, because I mapped it out and planned it out, what I wanted to do for the last day. I actually knew this prior to yesterday, what I wanted to do for the last day, because I thought this is a great time for this. It's the beginning of a month the following day. People have, had goals for things starting January 1, but maybe haven't been successful at it, but here's a time to reset. So I'm offering people, it's in my stories. You guys can go totally steal it. Like I take anything that I do. I ask that you don't just copy paste posts that I put up, but take anything that I do, the idea of it, and make it your own. But I put it in my stories if you want to go check it out. I'm doing detox today, half off. So I put a little thing in there. Do you want to lose 5 to 10 pounds of sludge over the next 14 days? Because I'm doing detox for half off, because they're going to get $25 in credits from the company to buy their detox. And then I'm giving them a 4-day sample to come with that. So it's 14 total days, 10 days for the detox. And then they're going to get a 4-day free mini experience from me so that they can do 10 days of the detox, lose some sludge, and then start to feel what the Thrive experience is all about. And why is that so valuable? Guys, let's say I could get 5 people today to do that. Brand new people who've never thrived with me before, have not tried our detox, maybe have never sampled before, hopefully never sampled before. But even if they have in the past, I'm cool. I'm cool if they come back to me and say, okay, I'm serious now. I'm ready to spend $25. I want to get rid of 5 to 10 pounds of sludge. And then they go off into the mini experience after that. I know that if I can help somebody in the first couple of weeks of February lose 5 to 10 pounds of sludge, and then they get started on the mini experience for 4 days, what do you think the odds are that they're going to continue on and order a month of Thrive after that? So the company, when they do this $25 promo, I'll be honest with you, I don't feel like enough people understood the assignment. I could see the people who did, because I could see all of the PPA coming in. Either you didn't have time over the last 10 days to work this promo, or you didn't understand it, or this is just a hobby for you. It's one of those things, because I watched somebody like Mandy Hancock go and pick up the phone. And I don't necessarily mean pick up the phone, but she picked up the phone and started messaging like crazy. You guys have one more day to do that. She did a lot of that in one day. I'll be honest with you, because I saw it all happen. She just got really serious about it. And you guys, those are all going to lead to something. She might have gotten some free product out. She did a live into the team page if you want to go back and watch what her advice was, but she took the promo serious. She knew that by going on and getting another, I know her PPA is like a 18 or 20 or something right now. So like 12 or so of that was brand new just from this promo. So she's got 12 people that she may have gotten either free product or discounted product into their hands. And those people are probably going to order again in the future. I have people that ordered heat for basically free back in October when they ran this last time that are still ordering heat every single month, you guys. It's worth it. They may never thrive. They may never get the Thrive experience, but I have auto ship customers that go out every single month because of that one time $30 credit promo back in October, or back in, I think they did it in August. I have customers from then too. I don't know that I can just look at the PPA report and see how many people took it serious. And it's not that many, which makes me very concerned for you guys. What kind of business are you actually running? Are you taking it serious? It does. It makes me really concerned. How many people did you actually go out and offer the $25 off to? How many people did you actually have conversations with? So let me go back to my list. There's a couple things I don't want to forget. Let's talk for a minute. Let's switch gears. That's month end. You have the rest of the day to do that. If you haven't gotten serious yet, it's not too late. Go and message and talk to as many people as you can today about getting $25 off. They can get free hand and foot cream. One thing that worked really well for me was BOGOs. I would take like the Thirst, both flavors of Thirst, and do BOGO. If they buy one, they get one free. I was adding some credits to that, obviously, so don't offer that if you can't. But you could do like this, do it all about skincare. Do it on the scrub and the hand, foot, and body cream, or the hand and foot cream. If they buy the scrub, they get the hand and foot cream free, because that is free with the credits, right? So do something that's going to, or do the half off detox today, or do 2 promos today, but start messaging that to people, like sending it one after another, after another, after another, till your fingers fall off. Because all of those customers all those people who, even if they get free product, are going to be customers down the road too, because now they're in your system, and now they're going to get emails from the company. And okay, so that's month end. That's what you guys should be spending all of your time on for February. And I will tell you this little piece of advice. I have no idea what they're doing for February. I'm not even going to speculate, but I do know that a lot of times when they run things, you had to be a promoter by January 1, or in the month of January, or you had to have, so he put out there a couple of times some qualifications for this month, have so many customer accounts on, like, et cetera, et cetera. Don't slow down waiting for tomorrow to start. Make sure you finish this month strong. Okay. For February, there's some things that we do. Number mapping. The training is in the team page. If you don't know what it is, go watch it. There is a sheet that goes with that number mapping training. It is in the comments of that training. I want you to spend some time tonight, tomorrow morning, mapping out your numbers for February. We're going to talk about that again tonight on the accountability Zoom for those of you who are running with me in February. I want to know what everybody's goals are this month, because I'm going to make a big giant number map on the wall in my office. So let's get to our number mapping so you know exactly where you're headed. You cannot get to the end of your treasure map without having that map laid out. And that is your version of laying out your map, is that number map. How do you know where you're going to get if you don't know where your team underneath you is going, and how much volume you need to come up with personally to still hit that goal? So I'll use JoJo as an example. She needs to know exactly what Carol's goal is for February, and how, not just Carol spitting out her goal. She needs to go to Carol and say, Carol, what is your goal? And how have you figured that out for February? So Carol comes back to her and says, I'm going to go 40K, JoJo. And JoJo says, okay, great. How are you getting there? And Carol looks at her and goes, well, I don't know. I just want 40K. That's my goal. That's not good enough. I'm just using you guys as an example, not saying that's what you're doing. So she's got to dig with Carol. All right, Carol, out of all the legs that you have, wow, my screen just jumped because somebody either jumped on or jumped off. That made me dizzy. So Carol, how are you getting that 40K? You have this leg, you have this leg, you have this leg. Who's working and what are their goals? Right? So she can go to Tanya and say, hey, Tanya, what is your goal for February? I don't know all of Carol's other legs. I know she's got a new leg that's just come on that we're looking at some big things. She's got Cindy. Cindy, what is your goal for February? So she can map out what her goal is. And then JoJo knows, all right, so Carol's planning on doing 40K. She's got a pretty strong plan to it. She knows that 35 is coming in from her existing legs, and she needs to create $5,000 in new volume for February to hit that 40K goal. Now, me, JoJo, can say, great, Carol's going to hit that 40K. I know she is. She's got a definite plan. She knows what everybody's doing. I just need to help her keep that on track. And now here's what's coming in from my other legs. And this is what I've got to go and get new. Now JoJo knows what her plan is for February, but I have no idea how you guys operate a team and get to a goal without doing that. I've always had a number map every single month. I know what my legs are planning on doing, and I know what I need to go get new to reach my overall goal for that month. Okay. So I need you guys to all go do that and take your business serious. Do that tonight, do it tomorrow morning, do it when you have time, but don't get too far into your month without doing it, because then it just becomes like you didn't actually have your treasure map all planned out. Can people put in the chat how many hours, it's Monday, how many hours have you planned on dedicating to your business starting today through Sunday night? Ready, set, go. If you're driving, don't type. I know some people are driving to work or driving their kid to their first day of school. Good, good, good. I'm just doing math, sorry. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. 8 hours a day. Rhonda, I'm gonna call you. Today, 24 hours. All right, I love it. Okay, so I love those numbers. I want to make sure you're actually doing it. So here's what I'm going to ask you guys to do. And this is more really for the accountability people, but since we're setting our business up for the month and I got like 1 minute left, so I'm going to cruise through a couple of things. We might go over a couple minutes. If you have to hop off, please, by all means, I'm not holding you hostage. I want you to actually get that paper calendar. If you don't have a paper calendar or cannot go out and buy a paper calendar, I'm not telling you to do that, but you can very easily go and print out you know, an image of a calendar and start writing some things out. Okay. You can even go into Canva and create a calendar if that's easier for you to keep it all digital. Do something and track your hours every day. I want you to write down what you just told me you were going to do. And I want you to track those numbers all week. I want you to know if you're actually putting in those hours. And if you lie to yourself, the only person that's going to affect is you. So you can set that pretty little goal out there, but if you're not actually putting those hours in each day, then your business isn't going to grow. And it's very easy to tell who's doing it and who's not, you guys. Oh, it is. I can see it. Social media makes that apparent. Next, what will you do in those hours? Do you have a plan yet? If you don't have a plan yet, don't tell me you have a plan. If you have spent some time over this past weekend deciding what your to-do list is for the week and what you will do with each of those hours, tell me some things in the chat. I love it, Katie. That's treating your business like a business. Boom. She downloaded a time clock app so that when she's working on her business, she can clock in and clock out. That is someone who is serious about getting somewhere in this business. Yeah, it is a good idea because I think that we all squirrel and social media does that, right? Yeah, Katie, can you type the name of the app? I think it's a great idea. I think a lot of us think that we're spending time on our business when we're actually scrolling social media because our business is done a lot on social media. Okay, so one thing I'm going to ask you, because you may not have this, yeah, I know. Yeah, Heidi, Keisha, you keep direct messaging just Heidi. For some reason, the Zoom thing does that. It'll like direct you to a person and it'll just send it to that one person. If you have not figured out exactly, sorry. I don't know what's going on out there. Maybe the deer are running across the backyard. If you have not figured out exactly what you're going to do with your time this week, I highly recommend going back and watching Sydney's social media training from this last Wednesday. It's on the YouTube channel. She maps out your entire month of social media. Get that mapped out. Know exactly what you're going to do each day to save yourself time. Those of you who are working regular full-time jobs, get this mapped out so that you don't have to like squirrel every day on social media trying to figure out what you're going to post and what you're going to do. I want you to create a to-do list. Every single morning, I want you either the night before when you hop in bed, grab a notebook or grab the notes section on your phone and create your to-do list for the following day. Some people like it handwritten. Some people like it digital. I like it digital because then it's on my phone. It goes everywhere with me, no matter where I'm at. I always have my to-do list. I also like it because I can hit copy paste really easy. So I'll just copy from the day before, paste it, date it. If you were to go into the notes on my phone, you'll see a dated to-do list every single day for every single day in my phone, in my notes section. I just copy and I paste it, change the date, and then I swipe out the things I know I got done and I add back in things that I know I need to get done that I haven't gotten done. And then that way there's things from the list from the day before that I didn't get to, because there's always things from my list I don't get to. It's still on there so that I can get it done. And then I just paste it over into the next day. So I want you to create a to-do list. I also want you to commit to, this is a biggie, I want you to commit to how many conversations you are going to have this next 7 days about your business opportunity. Okay. I don't think we're doing enough of that. So it's going to be my big push for February. Your team is not going to grow where you want it to grow. This is my personal opinion. You can take it for what it's worth, by just selling product. You can be a social seller. You can have a social selling retail business. And if that's really all you want, totally okay. Totally okay. I don't think that that's the group I'm talking to this morning. If it is, please feel free by all means to shut off what I'm about to say. I want you to go start talking to people about your business and the business opportunity. I want to see posts about business opportunity. I want to see posts about what people can earn. I want to hear about three-way calls happening where we're getting third-party validation to get someone started in the business. I want to hear about what people can earn on their auto bonus. I want to hear about the lifestyle getaways that they can earn. I want to hear about adding $100, $500, $1,000 to families' monthly budgets. I want to hear why network marketing is a better way. I want to hear you not just posting and praying. I want to hear that you are in people's inboxes. You are picking up the phone. You are having, there's a challenge I'm going to give to our accountability Zoom tonight. And I cannot wait, because I think that it will really help people get going on having these conversations about the business. We need to have way more conversations about this business opportunity than this team is having right now. Until you start having those conversations about the business, your team is probably going to stay right around where it's at right now. You'll creep by social selling a little bit each month. But if you want the bigger ranks, you absolutely have to build a team, you guys. And if you want to build a team, how are you going to do that if you're not asking anybody to actually join your business? I have had very few people ask me for a three-way chat, a three-way call, a Zoom to talk about the business. And I used to have people hunt me down daily, multiple times a day for those conversations. If those conversations aren't taking place, your business isn't going to grow where you want it to grow. So you better start getting really comfortable talking about money, talking about the network marketing business and why it's such a great opportunity. And please, for the love of God, posting and praying doesn't work. You might snag one or two a year here or there. But if you've been a promoter on this team for a while and it's been a very long time since you brought on a promoter, it's because you are not asking or talking about it. Period. You have to ask. So I want you to commit to how many conversations. I don't care what that is. I mean, I do care. I want you to have 50, but I know that that's probably not feasible for a lot of you. Do you need a script? Tell me what you need. Tell me what you need. Okay. But I want you to commit to a certain amount of conversations you are going to have about bringing people into this business with you in the next 7 days. Okay. We can say we want a VIP reset every single month, but then we just don't go out and ask people to join our business. So how did you ever get a promoter on board? Okay. So I want you to commit to how many conversations you're going to have about that. I want you to number map. I want you to go back and maybe print out Sydney's social media thing for the month. And I want you to spend a lot of today just on the $25 credit promo and pushing to re-rank, pushing to rank up, and just pushing to get every last bit of sales that you can get for January. And then we start clean tomorrow morning and we run like our hair has literally been caught on fire and we need to go blow it out. All right, I'm going to hop off. I hope you guys have a fabulous week. I will see those runners tonight that really want some accountability on our 7 p.m. Zoom. We have a great week ahead. We've got Heidi Melton coming on Wednesday night on the huddle for customer service related Valentine's month stuff. We have a local next week in Clarkston. We have a virtual live local that's getting announced tonight. We'll be starting to do those twice a month. Thank you to Haas and to Valerie that will be hosting those. And just keep plugging in, you guys. If you have started a new promoter, make sure they get their first order in by today, and make sure you have them started in the Susie the Bot, www.susiethebot.com. Get them through their first 14 days as a promoter so that they have everything right at their fingertips. That's all the reminders I can come up with right now. Bye, guys.